Okay, so we're just kind of waiting around here to see if anybody comes in here today with us. And coming to live and in living color here, it is the photography guy. This is episode number. Let me try to figure out what episode number we are on. Since I didn't change a lot of these settings. Let's see here. Looks like we are on episode number 78. So number 78. And we're seeing if anybody is coming into the hangout here this morning. Let's see here. All right. So if you've never been in a Google Hangout before, it's it's somewhat simple. Anyway, once I got all the cameras and everything set up and working on this, but we are going to see if anybody's coming in. Put a set of headphones on there so I can hear when you do come to visit. It looks like we have 4 viewers. Now, viewers, you're going to have to join in on the broadcast here this morning. This is the way it's going to work. So we are currently waiting for you to join, and I will see you here on the bottom of the screen as you come into the chat room or come into the Google Hangout. Other than that, realistically, this is going to be a session where we are chit-chatting. Pull this microphone over a little bit more here. Where we are actually chit-chatting here to each other. So that's what makes a Google Hangout actually work. So throw your headphones on, get your microphone working, and we will start talking together as you come into the group. I'm trying to see how you would come into the group. I don't know if I have to send invitations out or what I have to do here. We are currently looking to see how this would work. Invite people. Okay, let's see. Share a permanent link, bookmark, and come back anytime. Let's see here. So maybe if I copy this, and we're going to send this out to you here on Facebook. I see we have 5 viewers in there. Now, viewers, you're going to want to come in and join this conference. Let's see here. We are going to send this out to our Facebook group and get you guys in there. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what's happening there. There we go. All right. So there is the official Hangout that you folks can come in and visit and join in here this morning. So it's on the Facebook group. So you'll want to go over to the Facebook group and sign in to the Google Hangout here so you can visit, talk live, and we can share a little bit of information back and forth one-on-one there. I think last week we talked about the digital mirrorless camera and how that actually worked out there. It actually worked. It's been working out so well that I actually put my my actual DSLR up for sale, and we're trying to sell that off. It was interesting because I told you I started playing with the wireless triggers, the ones I bought from my Nikon camera, and it works very well on this camera. You just slide it right on there, and it will trigger the wireless devices. So it is working very well. We have to start playing around there, get some shots with it to see what we are getting. As far as playing with lighting and stuff, I got some ideas for some shooting there that I want to do. So this is something that I'm currently working on. I actually took some time and got my let's see here. I got my TTL triggers out. So the TTL triggers, or through the lens metering, allows the camera, these are young Nuos, It allows the camera to actually see how much light you need, and it gives just that much burst to the flash unit. So that way you're just not over getting too much light or overexposing your shot. Because the way I've been doing this over the past so many years is with the light meter here, the Sekonic light meter. And I love this little guy. He's been working very well for me over the years. I've had him for a few years now. And it's been a good time to use this thing um, to do things such as metering your light either inside or outside. A lot of people don't meter outside. The cameras have pretty good spot metering for ambient light. Ambient light being something like I have in this room. But if I turned this light meter on and I didn't know what was in this room, and I set the mode to ambient, get my mode switch here, and I set my mode to ambient with an ISO of 400 and a shutter speed of 125, I just click the button on the side, and it tells me I would need an f-stop of 1.1. So when you get something like that with a light meter, what you're going to do is you're going to simply hold the ISO button, and you're going to turn your ISO button up until you have a f-stop that you can use. Okay, so if we have a 2.5, which we don't, so we'll go up and we'll say we would shoot at 3200 ISO, would give us a 3.2, if you can see that on the meter, a 3.2 on the meter, and that would give you a 3.2 f-stop. Now what you could do is we could turn the shutter speed down. So if we have a shutter speed of 80 and an ISO of 3200, we get a 4.5 f-stop. So that's how that works. Very easy to figure out. Once again, I want everybody to come into this Google Hangout to make this interactive and to make this work. We have to all get in here. We can talk about this stuff. So all you need is really, if you have a laptop or if you have a webcam on your computer, maybe a built-in microphone on the laptop. You don't need any fancy microphone like this one. Any microphone would work. Then we can sit here and actually do some chit-chatting back and forth. That's what makes the Google Hangouts so powerful and so great to do there. I'm going to click on this. No, I can't click on the viewer thing down there. I'm going to look back at the Facebook group here and see if anybody's saying anything. The Google Hangout itself is live. Trying to see here. And it keeps saying to click allow, and there's no allow button up there. Anybody else having this trouble? So you click allow. I've read it. Okay, I got it. Okay, so once you're watching this, there's a little join button at the bottom of the screen. So go down, click on the join button, and then you can join the actual Hangout. That's what you want to do. Then you can come in here and we can chit chat a little bit and talk. Let's see here if I want to. Maybe I'll close this one down here. We'll see what happens. We should still have this other one open here. Yeah. Okay, so we still have the other one open there. So I see there's 6 viewers there. Click the join button at the bottom, and you will be able to join this actual Hangout. We can chit chat for a while. So anyway, hopefully everybody is having a good day today. I don't even know. It looks like I have audio going out, so hopefully you guys can hear me, but there's nobody in the chat room telling me so. So anyway, the light meters come in very handy. I don't think anybody would go up to 8,000 ISO, but you could. And you can go down to 4,000. So it just gives a really nice way for you to actually see the light before you pick up your camera and know how much light you really need. So it works out really well. When I put this away, I do like to put this thing away on ISO of 100. It will go all the way down to ISO 3. We're going to go back up to ISO 100. That's where I like to keep it at. And we're just going to power it off there. So this is something you might like to play with, something you might like to buy, a Sekonic light meter. This happens to be the L358. You can probably find these things pretty inexpensive. Now, this is a little bit of an older meter, but still digital, and it still works very well. Not that you need a digital meter, but it is something you might want to look into buying and something you might want to pick up. So we're going to wait around here a little bit and see if any of you join this actual Google Hangout that's in session, and we'll see, what happens. So we'll give it another 10 minutes and see if any of you folks out there join. As I play around a little bit with this thing and see, it's supposed to have a lot of tools in here now. Let's see what this one does. Google Effects, Google Control Room, Hangout Toolbar, Cameraman, Question and Answer. So there's something we can play with, is the Q&A. Keep saying this feature is disabled. They must not be using it yet, I guess. Showcase, screen share. So we can actually screen share. So let's see if I can bring up a photo here. Let's see. Let's see if we can screen share out to you here anyway, as we are waiting to see if anybody's coming in here. Just say remind me later on that. Go to this. So if we screen share, let's see how that works. If we screen share, let's see. And we screen share the entire screen. Share. What we're going to do now is bring up my Lightroom. So you should be seeing my Lightroom right now. And these are some of the photos I shared last week, actually. So we're not going to look at those too much. I can share with you a little bit of the photographs I took here when we were at Pearl Harbor, just for something to do until we get some people to join us here. And these are all shot with my D600. These shots here. And pretty straightforward shooting. You can see it was a little bit overexposed there. What's nice with Lightroom, a lot of people don't use it for, is the developer section of it. So if you go into the developer section of Lightroom, you can do a lot of stuff with your overall exposure. If you just watch that picture, we can start dropping the exposure, and then that is a usable photograph there. The way it was, if I double click it, that is really overexposed. So if we drop this down a little bit, we can see where we can very quickly just drop the exposure of our photo, change the contrast setting a little bit, and actually have a very usable photograph. You can, I like to usually play with clarity and vibrance. So we can make it water ripple a little bit more there, and then the vibrance for color. You do got to watch that. And saturation, some people like to desaturate a little bit. I tend to want to oversaturate just a little bit. And you can see now how much better that photograph is from where we started. It's just a very nice picture to have. You can frame that, do what you want to with it at that point. And it remembers all the settings. Lightroom remembers the settings. So if we took this photograph now, we right-click on it, go into our Adobe Photoshop Elements Editor, you will find, if this works out okay for us here, it's going to edit a copy with Lightroom adjustments. So when we go into Elements, whichever elements I happen to be using at the moment, hopefully, I don't want to do that. It is element 14. So when we go in here to the expert mode, you will see the photo, well, hopefully populate. Sometimes that's live TV, right? Live video feed when it does not populate. All right, so we'll bring that up. There you go. And you can see now where that photograph does hold all of those adjustments, all those lighting adjustments that we just created there. So then when you start editing in Elements, that part of it's already done. And it works very well with JPEG also. Somebody recently put on our Facebook group, they talked a little bit about the overall Facebook group, and they also talked about not being able to bring up the raw editor in Photoshop Elements for JPEG photos, but you can in fact do it in Lightroom. So in Lightroom, you can bring JPEG photos in here and make your adjustments to it. The only thing you won't get, and these are probably all shot raw, I'm sure, but no, this is a JPEG. So anything you won't get is just like this, as shot, auto, or custom. You won't get all the custom white balances if you do, in fact, shoot with JPEG. But you can come in, like I said, you can edit them. On the mirrorless camera, it shoots RAW. It also shoots RAW and JPEG together simultaneously. But I've been doing right now, playing around with just shooting JPEG, letting the camera itself compress the image and letting it actually do the coloring adjustments for me, the white balance and all that. You could still have a lot of the overall process of creating the effects with the camera, but you're not going to have to worry about pulling that raw photograph back into Lightroom or bringing it back into the actual Photoshop Elements Organizer, whichever one you prefer. All right, but that's very simply, that's how Lightroom works. If you've never used Lightroom, I suggest you go out and download the trial version. I think you're going to really, really enjoy it and have a lot of fun with it. It also allows you to, if we're back in the library, and I don't know if I have anything set up here or not, but it has publishing services with it. So you can send it to B, which I don't know who that is. Facebook, you set up Facebook. As you can see, I set up Flickr because I send all my photos to Flickr automatically. You can find more services. There is our sponsored services in there, SmugMug. So you can get your photographs done, come into the library, very simply pick out which photos you want to send by holding down the Command or the Control key, dragging those into a album, and then publishing them to your place wherever you want to publish those. So it has a lot of power to it. It does stuff like map, which I don't really use, book, slideshow, print, and web. I don't really use all those. I tend to just stick with library and develop. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit. All right, let's see here. We're going to go back and go back again. We are going to actually stop sharing the screen. And good morning to, I see Melissa's in there this morning. Apparently you don't have a web camera, but you are chatting, so that's a good thing. So I'll just chat back to Melissa here. There you go. If you care to, definitely you can talk in here also, so I can hear you talking. But anybody else, if you have a minute, pop in here. We'd love to get you on here live and in living color. If you've never done a Google Hangout, it's one of the great things you can do to share information. Hello. Trying to hear. Hello. Yeah, I hear something there, but I don't know where it's coming from. Or maybe your audio is turned down really, really low. One or the other. Now your microphone is muted. Now I can't hear anything. Anyway, so folks, I wanted to try this out this morning. Apparently, not a lot of you might not have microphones or cameras, so this probably will not be the venue that we thought it would be. I talked to you about doing the live shows on Sunday mornings. They're okay, but the thing is, when you take that hour show and I post it to YouTube, and it gets 100 views, it's probably not the greatest reason or the greatest worthwhile thing to do. And with 7 live viewers, I appreciate all you folks being here every Sunday morning. I really do. And I'm trying to what's that? What word am I looking for? Reinvent myself. I'm trying to find new ways to bring live action to you out there. The Google Hangouts I thought would be a great way to sit, chat together. We used to have groups every Sunday evening. We'd sit and we would chat for 3 or 4 hours about photography, just interacting and asking each other questions. And I think it's a great way of doing things. So, hey, I do see you now. Now, can you talk? See, wave. Well, your camera's working. Now, if we could just get her audio up, we can bring Melissa in here. Melissa is a photographer, does a lot of wildlife, nature photography. She's been around the show for a long time. And she's also an educator. So she likes to teach this stuff also. We did do some shooting together at a track once, a track meet. So it was pretty cool. So go ahead, Melissa. Can you talk at all? Your camera. Oh no, your camera was stolen a year ago. Well, time to get out there and let's see if we can switch over to Melissa here. There we go. You need light. You need some light on you and some, a little bit of light down there. Okay. I'll switch off. Anyway, the camera was stolen a year ago. That's not good. That's horrible, If anything, folks, maybe I could tell you a little bit about, something you need to check on. Melissa could have checked on this. Check with your homeowner's insurance policies. When I checked on mine, I actually had to carry a rider on the equipment because I have so much equipment. When I was doing this semi-professionally and shooting senior portraits, as well as shooting weddings, they said, well, wait, you have a business in your home, so you have to buy a business rider insurance for your camera gear. So check and make sure. And I know now if my camera gear is stolen out of my car, I can claim that also. So something you want to check on. All right. You got money and bought a motor. What kind of motorcycle did you buy? We could talk about that for a minute. I actually have a bike. I don't know if you've seen it. You might want to check out my videos on my motorcycle. I'll give that to you guys. If you check on YouTube for Harley Day Rider, you can check out my motorcycle videos. There's quite a few of them out there. So I don't know what you bought. I actually have a 2011 Harley Electra Glide, which is not doing me any good right now. It is a half scooter. What's a half scooter? I guess a half scooter would be half motorcycle, half scooter. I don't know. I'm lost here. I'm lost. There's a lot of viewers out there. Nobody's joining us, Melissa. So that's just part of life, I guess. We were hoping this would be a great little time to talk a little bit to you guys live about, whatever you want to talk about photography wise. You can jump in the chat room and throw something in the chat room, and we'll say good morning to all you out there. Now I'm going to have to look that up. A Birmingham. Well, yeah, I guess a 650cc, that would definitely be a motorcycle. Search on Google. Let's see if I can find it. It's a Suzuki. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen these. We actually went to a Suzuki dealer. I went with a friend from work, and we checked it out. Hey, it looks like it'd be pretty fast anyway, and fun, comfortable. Looks like it'd be a good time. Just seeing here. This would get kind of weird on you. Yeah, so that looks pretty cool there. I mean, sorry, I kind of like I don't know if I like the silver or black. Maybe I like the black one better. I don't know what color you bought there. I mean, the silver is pretty good looking. I like this, right? Look at this. Yep. Yep. It really moves there. Yeah, I don't know how that could be called a scooter. It looks more like a motorcycle, I would think. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. Boy, that guy's got that bike leaned on there pretty good. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks like it'd be a good time. And yeah, you have the silver. Yeah, I like the silver. I think the silver looks cool. I mean, I guess it would grow on me. Mine is, let's see, we got 8 viewers in there. Mine is, oh, come on, I can get that back here. I like sharing the screen. I think this is cool. Mine is, this is sort of like mine. Let's see. I need a black one. This is it. That's what mine looks like right there. So, you know, it is what it is. It's a pretty comfortable ride. You know, I like to have a nice paint job on it, something like this one. But for now, it is black. So, but it's got a, what was it? 1350, like 1359 cc engine, something like that. It's kind of weird how they set theirs up. But then has all the bells and whistles, you know, AM, FM stereo, that's important. CD player, that's important. Getting a new set of pipes on it this summer. Also, I got a cruise control put on it, so that's really nice to have that cruise control. What else is on it? Getting the pipes on it to play a driver's backrest. That's, I've seen yours has that. That's pretty important to keep you comfortable. I'm going to put the sunglass thing on up there in the windshield. So yeah, it's a nice bike too. You know, put a lot of miles on it this year. Not as many as I would like to, but we are going on an 1,800-mile trip, and that's going to happen in June. So it should be a good time. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's on your phone. Yeah, it looks cool. Well, there you go. Now you're out riding. And that's pretty good. You know, you got the money for your camera. It must have been an expensive camera to get rid of your camera and buy a motorcycle. How does that work? Well, I don't know. Oh, well. Yeah, that's good, though. Maybe we'll see you out there on the open road sometime. Anyhow, I'm running out of things to talk about, folks, because this is Melissa. There's nobody else in here but us. So you did turn your light on. Let me see. Yep, look, you got a light on now above your head. Oh, well. Hey, well, it was good talking to you again anyway, since we don't have a lot of viewers. Well, we got a lot of viewers, though. 9 viewers is pretty good for a Sunday morning. I wish I had more to talk about photography-wise to share with everybody. Will your phone work with this? It should. Yeah, it should, especially if it's a yeah, I think you have an iPhone, right? It should. I don't know. Where's my phone? In my pocket. Anybody else out there using their phones or tablets for this broadcast? Let's see. Yeah, let's see. If you can bring up a Google Hangout on a phone, let's see how that works. Then I get to see my mug in two places. Well, no, that's just showing me that part of it. I don't know how I can get it to. I don't know how. I guess I got to download the app here. Okay, let's download the app. And we'll see if we can get it on the phone or not. So that's something to think about. I don't know where Fabian is. Fabian usually jumps right in here. He would usually chat with us. I had a bunch of questions for him today. And I was hoping that he can. Oh, let's see. I'll skip that. Nah, I don't like notifications. Let's see here. Nope, now I got two of you in there.
Hello.
Hey, there you go. Now it's working. I'm
Phone's
trying to
always
see.
better.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how I can get this phone
Oh,
up to
except
work.
you're frozen. Ha.
What happened there?
Oh, you're back.
That's weird. Yeah, I can't get the Hangout to come up on my phone.
Had to download it.
Oh wait, it's trying to send as me. That's probably why, because I'm already logged in here. That's probably what's going on. I don't know. So what's new? You still working in the same place?
Driving wheelchair van these days.
How are you for Fort Cherry?
Heck no.
I didn't think you'd go back there. Did you go to ACS?
No. A guy that used to work at Fort Cherry, he started his own.
Oh, good.
I ended up, well, I was in construction for a while, which was fun, but the hours got too long.
Well, it's hard when you have a child at home.
Yeah, it was the problem.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Yeah, it's all right. So your camera got stolen, so you bought a bike.
yeah, worked out well.
Yeah, somehow that worked out pretty well in your favor.
Yeah, I think I use I mean, I liked my camera, but I definitely get more use out of the motorcycle.
Oh, the motorcycle.
Yeah, it's fun. Now I just got a dirt bike so I could ride with my nephew.
So have you been putting a lot of miles on the bike?
Yeah, I have been.
That's good. Wonderful.
Rode in December a couple times.
Yeah, I did too. I rode New Year's Eve.
Oh, I wanted to so bad, but I had Sydney, so
Oh, hey, throw her on the back.
I'm not ready for that yet.
Give her a helmet. Pause picture. Hey, did you get your license already? You still riding on a permit?
Yeah, something like that.
Come on. What in the world? I was going to tell you though. I still using a Christmas cup. Look at that. Hey, now I've had my license for about 20 years, and I took a long break from motorcycles. And when I went back, I went to PTI. They have that.
The 3-day course.
Yeah,
I heard it's really.
yeah. Hey, just get your permit, which is a couple questions. I'm sure you can answer those. And then you go up with your permit. And like I said, I had the license, but I just wanted to relearn all the fundamentals. And it's an amazing course.
So, what were some of the good fundamentals that you learned?
Emergency braking. That was probably a big one.
I practiced that.
Yeah, it's good to practice. Does your bike have ABS?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Like anti-lock system on it? It might. I don't know how new it is, but mine doesn't. But the newer bikes like mine does have it. But people either swear by it or they hate it. The other thing it teaches you is a lot of turns, a lot of leaning. It gets you more comfortable. Like they put you in a figure eight pattern. You don't put your feet down. You can do a
Yeah.
figure, a figure eight. So yeah, it's worth it. I mean, it's free. So I mean,
Yeah, it sounds good. I mean, I seriously do that kind of stuff. Like I do figure eights in my dad's driveway.
well, then you're ready to go. Get your license, and then you can throw Sydney on the back, put a helmet on,
Yeah.
strap your scuba tanks to the rear passenger seat, and off you go. You can go scuba diving with the bike.
But diving, I gotta put a little bike rack on it so I could haul my mountain bike on it or my kayak.
I want to see that. Yeah, I definitely want to see that. I want to see you going down the road with a kayak on a motorcycle.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Oh well.
So you still
So,
have good old Fort Cherry?
oh yeah, still there. I'm on my what, like 13th year, I guess.
I retire.
I got 9 more years yet.
That's not close.
Hey, it's closer than when I started.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I can walk out of there, and then my partner can take over. And
Who's
so
part now?
Steve came back.
He did?
Yep. Yeah, he came back. He's full time now with the school. So
Oh, well, that's good.
yeah, so he's happy. He's back. He didn't like Washington much, so he sometimes they come back, I guess.
Well, he got full time out of it anyway, right?
Well, yeah, it took us a long time, that, to get somebody hired in there full time. So, but I mean,
Right.
they seen a need for it. So, I mean, it's good. We both been, I mean, there's never something not to do. And then we started 2 years. Well, this year is actually the year we started the student tech program. So now we have 5 students that actually help us throughout the day.
I'm sure that
So
helped also.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And then we have an intern starting tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes.
You won't be doing anything but sitting in a chair putting your feet up.
Yeah, I wish that was the case. See, the thing is, people don't realize, I'm on that other level, I guess, where I do the high end programming stuff, and then they do the break fix stuff for us.
Oh, I know.
So, oh well.
All right. Well, it's time to go for a walk or something. Get out.
Yeah, I got to get out of here too. Actually, I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and had an idea for another novel, and I started writing. So I got to work on that. Made it to chapter 2 by 7 o'clock. So I'm moving right along.
Well, that sounds fun. What's it about?
I can't tell you that. That's a secret.
I'm not going to tell anybody.
Yeah, but there's all these people watching.
Oh,
I think I might call it 50 Shades of Black. No, I can't do that. That would be horrible. Let's just say it's about a photographer and a motorcycle enthusiast. How about that? I finished another one last October, and I'm still editing it. So, and that one's a horror story. So, but I came up with that idea in the mall one day. I told my wife, I looked at her, I said, "What about?" She's like, "That sounds like a pretty good idea." So, I charted out the words. It's about 108,000 words. So it's actually a novel. I just have to finish it. And the hardest thing today is finding anybody to be an agent or publish it. I mean, self-publishing doesn't work. I tried that, and I sold 4 copies of a short story, so that doesn't work.
right.
But all right, well, you have a good day. Go out there and get some walking in. It's a beautiful day for it.
Every day is beautiful to be outside.
That's right. Hey, thanks for joining in this morning.
All right.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Okay, folks, so that was Melissa. She did join us this morning, and I appreciate that. But thanks to everybody out there for joining this morning. Hopefully we taught you something about Lightroom. We showed you a little bit about how to take those adjustments and pull those right into Photoshop Elements. So thank you. And hopefully if you figure out how to use Google Hangouts, maybe we'll have another one of these. I'll be asking in the Facebook group if anybody wants to hang out with me on a Sunday morning, and we'll see how it goes. So thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. The Photography Guy is going to be checking out. Until next time, keep those shutters clicking, keep your editors editing, and I'll see you back here next Sunday. Bye-bye for now.